Good day, podcast community. Pete Kane here, Podcast Pete and certified high performance coach. Why should you invest in you? 3 reasons for a brighter future. Let me take you back a few years. It was almost 4 years ago. I found myself waking up in a hospital bed, having lost my entire left side. A pretty bad stroke took it all out. Now, when you realize that you lived and you realize you have a different life, you lean into critical thinking or pondering your future. And here's where the journey started. 49 days, 10 in Wellstar and 39 in the Shepherd Center. I got to experience 2 dramatically different places. Shepherd is like heaven on earth. That day, even though I'm in a gurney being lifted off the hospital, the emergency bed, EMT bed, that I was transported from Wellstar to a bed and having a team of people, a team greeting me was the most welcoming sight I had ever seen. Now, my whole left side's out, but I felt home. I felt with people that cared, and they did, and it was beautiful. But I had 49 days, 39 at Shepherd, to think, critical think. What will my life look like from this day forward? I finally had slowed down. I finally got a chance to think about the future. Being dyslexic and ADD, active brain, always running, always busy, never thinking through things, but just trying to keep up. Didn't do a very good job of that, but I had a chance to think, and think I did. So I realized I had a second chance, and it was time to do things differently. So let me take you through a quick journey, and I got a gift for you. If you don't have the resources to invest in yourself, then invest your time in changing, because I'm going to give you a $300 high performance mastery course, 12 modules. If you hang with me, I'm going to give it to you, and I'm going to give you a special code so you can use it to waive the $300 fee. But I want to give you choices, 3 choices. Because if you have choices, you're either going to have time or you're going to have resources. If you don't have resources, put the time in. Go through the 12 modules. Start changing your life. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step, and that is an investment of time in you. Because I'm going to give you something here right now. Here we go. Let me make myself smaller here. Let me see here. Yes, okay, there we go. The 4 human drivers are this: aliveness. That could be broken down into like novelty. We like new things. We like challenges. Connection and having a pursuit. So when you break that down, growth, we look at the 4 human drivers. My life is completely different. I wake up at 3:30 in the morning, ready to go, because I've got the aliveness. I drink my water, I think, I journal, I plan, I implement. I think, I journal, I plan, I implement every single day. I get 3 days in one. I have 3 5-hour days. So I'm getting 21 days. Most are getting 7. So you can move faster. And speed is going to be critical if you have and want the impact that is possible, because the magic is in you and anything's possible. I didn't know I could get 21 days a week. I thought it was a 7-day work week. But 100 years ago, we had 24 hours. We went to bed when the lights went out because we didn't have electricity. Today, we got plenty of light. We got, well, excuse me, we got a lot of crazy things going on, a lot of darkness out there because people want to keep your light out. Don't let them do it. But let's get back to the electricity. Now you have electricity, you're able to work longer. And the internet came along. Then AI is coming into full play. So the world is moving faster. You have more resources, but you got to critically think about, you can get 3 days in one if you batch your tasks. I have a set schedule the first 5 hours of the day. I have a second, and there's plenty of videos out there on it, but I have some on my channel, but I don't want to go into exactly because I want to give you the most value to change your life. So let's get back to routines. And you have to critically think. I don't go on social media to consume. If I'm on there, it's for about 5 minutes a day, posting a video, but I don't consume other people's lives. I create my life. And that's what I want you to do. Create your life. We're lulled into consumption. And when we're lulled into consumption, we get to get fed other people's lives, other people's philosophy, other people's methodology, just other people's life. And you have to create your life. So we're born to create. We're born to create. You're going to be most excited and alive when you're creating your life, because connections is the second. Meaningful connections, meaning you don't text all the time. You talk to people, you meet with people, you get with people, because people are emotions. People have that we have that heart, we have that desire to connect, not to disconnect. And texting and technology has pulled us away from connection. I'm most happiest today because I don't go on social media. I don't consume, which the average person is two-ish, a little over 2 hours. TV, 4 hours. What is that? Consumption. And you start multiplying 6 hours a day, 6 hours a day times 7. If my math is correct, that's 42. 42 hours a week times 52. So that's over 2,000 hours you're consuming other people's lives. Take half of that, quarter of it, and create your life. Invest in you. You're the best investment. The magic is in you, and anything's possible. But invest in you. Invest your time or your resources. Either one, it's an investment in you. This third one is meaningful pursuit or purpose or vision, or whatever you want to say in that. Is you will die 2 years after you retire if you do not have a purpose, another purpose. We lose our connections when we retire. We lose our aliveness. We lose our personal growth. We stop growing, and it's not long before we die. So you want to be alive? Discover a purpose. Discover a meaningful pursuit of something that gets you up at 3:30 in the morning and has you work. I love every minute of every day because I live it. This is just me. I live every single day like it's my last, because one day I'm going to be right. But until that happens, till that day comes, I'm going to live it to my fullest. I'm going to be present with you. I'm going to connect with you. I am going to have those meaningful conversations. I have a pursuit of a bigger goal. 100 cities in 3 years. The same thing we're doing here in the Kennesaw area. We have live events once a month. I connect on Friday with people. I bring them in to help them leverage time, but I have meaningful conversations. I'm a member of the Rotary Club in North Cobb. I see alive people. People have a purpose in the North Rock. There's so many, there's so many programs going on over 35 that somebody is spearheading and they're making a difference and they're out there working. They have a meaningful pursuit. That's why they're so excited. When you come to Thursday morning at Copeland's, you will see an amazing, amazing energy because they have a higher purpose of what they want to do. And then the last thing in the 4 human drivers is personal growth. If you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not growing, you're dying. So lean in to your growth. My journey started with Growth Day. I started with, back then it was 14 days free. Now it's 7. I had 7 days for somebody to pour into me. Then I invested in myself. I put $50 in a month. And then I wanted to go to a higher level. I kept growing. And then I invested $500. I keep investing in myself because the magic is in you and anything's possible. So you have these kind of people, this personal development, personal growth community, hundreds of thousands of people around the world, led by Brendan Bouchard. And he's speaking to you every single day, giving you frameworks, challenging you, pushing you, helping you to think, critically think about your future. And then there's a related video that is on that same topic. 2 thought-provoking questions. And then you put your list together of things. I do 3. 3 things I do every single day. I don't do 10, 15, although I can, but I make sure I get the most important 3 things done. That gives me momentum. I write in the 3 wins every day so I can have a frame of reference of how I'm getting better, how I'm growing. And that's in my journal for the last year and a half. So we want to live, we want to grow, and Growth Day will help you. And if you just go to pkane.me/growth day, you can try it for 7 days. Try it for 7 days. Then if you want to make an investment in you, which is $50, invest in it. You're always the best investment you could ever make. Start that investment in you today. Have 7 days to experience it. 7 days to listen to Brendan Bouchard first thing in the morning. I have missed in 2 years. It's the 5 to Thrive. That's my fuel to my rocket for the day. Those thought-provoking questions get you to think. What are the 3 things you're grateful for? Then it'll ask you another question that just gets you to think. Be more self-aware of how you're growing and continue to grow and continue to share and continue to challenge yourself because there's challenges. Mel Robbins, Anthony Trucks, and 2 by Brendan Bouchard. It's going to challenge you for clarity because the 5 high performance habits, which let me go back to the critical thinking. Okay, there we go. Are clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. Courage to invest in yourself, courage to believe in yourself, courage to do the things that might be fearful. You have fear and you have faith. Which one are you going to feed? If you feed fear, it'll grow. If you feed your faith, faith that you can't really see, but you have a feeling, well, then that will grow. Fear will grow into courage, courage to confidence. And then you're investing in you because you'll always get the best investment return if you invest in yourself. Buy this book, High Performance Habits. Learn clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. Get those core. And then when I give you this course at the end, because I want you to really think about your future. You can either pay for the 300 and not use gift, or if you have the resources to do it and you want to test yourself by putting your money, because we pay attention to what we pay. So if you want to pay attention to the course, put 300, we give back a lot because we want to make the biggest impact on the world. 100 cities in 3 years, pretty aggressive. But if you don't set those high, crazy, I was going to say a word, crazy goals, you'll never get there. You'll never learn to think differently. The world is global now. So you having a global mindset, which is different from a local mindset. That's a video for another day. But here's the critical thing for you to grasp. I give away a lot. But when you want to invest in you, I have one-on-one. Silver is the best package. Bronze is once a month. I coach you on high performance habits, the 12 sessions. Once a month, we go through clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. Then we go to physiology's mastery, psychology mastery, persuasion mastery, purpose mastery, productivity mastery, and then final, the mindset of a high performance person. Yes, you can do it. Yes, you can change your life. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. And let me put up here, you may not be able to see it, but I'm going to give you, nope, you won't. But there's the silver plan is 6 months where I invest 2 hours every other week. We work on the high performance habits. Then twice a month, every other week, we work on your key person of influence strategy, your content strategy. So you can be a key person of influence online. Now, the bronze at this time is $750 a month. That's an investment in you. The silver is $1,000 a month. That's an investment in you. The gold, which at this time is once a week, I'm not accepting anybody at this time. We're focusing on the silver and the bronze. At a proper time, once we fill those spots and we go off the 7-11-4, which you'll learn because I'm going to share with you in just a second. But you can go to schedule a strategy session. I got to know what you want. I got to know what your goals, your dreams. What are you working on? How can I help you? How can I help you transform? And if you go to, let's see, right here, pking.me/strategy, SS, strategy session. Book a session. We'll roll up our sleeves and we'll focus on you. You are the magic and anything's possible. But a coach will get you to the next level. A high performance coach will transform your life. And it was transformed when I hired. I have had a coach for the last year. Started off that I wanted to be coached, and I reached out to the High Performance Institute, and I had a coach. Then I said, I love this. I got major transformation. And then I invested more in myself. I became a certified high performance coach. It's a 5-figure investment, but every penny you put in yourself will pay off big time. 10x, more than 10x. Best thing I ever did. Then when I went to certification again, I met a gentleman and I asked him to be my coach. First, he didn't have any spots. Mark Matthews, thank you. And then Mark poured into me for 6 months. Transformed everything for me. Absolutely unbelievable the growth I had over that 6 months. A story for another day. What I'm trying to say is invest in you. You are the magic and anything's possible. Invest in you, whether it's time or if you have the money, invest the money. So for $1,000 a month, you're going to get 4 very focused sessions where we're going to roll up our sleeves and we're going to get transformation, which transformation will lead to freedom. Freedom of time, work, and personal. That is what's possible. And when we look at the sessions that we do on influence, let me take this off for a second. This gentleman right here is Daniel Priestley. He wrote the book, Key Person of Influence. Let me see if I can change this a little bit. Nope. There we go. Okay. 7-11-4. What does that mean? 7 hours. People have got to go on a journey with you. A journey with you starts with checking you out. If I meet you in the grocery store and we have a meaningful, cool conversation and I want to know more, I'm going to look you up. And if I look you up and you give me reasons to continue the journey, 7 hours, then you're getting into the relationship bubble that we all have, about 150 people that we know, like, and trust. Most everybody, if they're outside that bubble, the information just goes over your head. But it takes time for people to get to know you, like you, and trust you online. Online. That's where Daniel Priestley, search him, buy his books. I bought all 5. He has 5 books. I've listened to thousands of his videos. Well, thousands of hours. I mean, I know him because I'm interested. Now he's in my circle of 150 people I know, like, and trust because he took me on a journey. He gave me the information to get to know him, like him, and trust him. You got to do the same. If I search you and I don't find anything, the journey's over. I just say, it was a good conversation. You didn't give me an opportunity to get to know, like, and trust you. And that's what's possible if you create the content. So in our silver plan, where I'm with you twice a month, we're creating the content. We're building your profile. We're helping you become a key person of influence. And that is a mindset shift. Everybody I look online, with the exception of Daniel Priestley and Brendan Bouchard, they don't have enough information for me to go on a journey with them. There's exceptions. There's more and more people realize that. But if you haven't intentionally leaned into it, you're going to look like most. Hardly anything out there. LinkedIn profile, website, maybe a YouTube channel. But few do have that. Search me. Go Pete Kane, put the word podcast. It's kind of like my middle initial. I've done 400 plus podcasts. I have over 1,000 videos on just one channel. That's just one of my channels. But what I'm trying to say is I create. I'm going to give you plenty to get to know, like, and trust. Now, whether you decide you want to do anything with me, that's your decision. But I'm not going to leave you hanging with not enough information to get to know, like, and trust. And if you don't take people on that journey, then you will not bring in the kind of demand for whatever you're doing, because increased demand, and this is what Daniel talks about, increase your demand and then have a supply that you can deliver the best in the world. Because when people get the best experience in whatever you're doing, they're going to tell people, they're going to share it. But you got to create unbelievable demand, because leads change lives. Leads change lives. Most people focus on their service, their product. Unlimited product and very little demand is a hobby. And if you're in business doing that, it's called bankruptcy, because your cash flow will be zippo. Have unlimited demand and have a controlled supply where you're delivering the best. That gives you price tension. And price tension gives you the ability to grow. Grow. And that's the magic. The prawns plan is good for certain people. That's a year plan, 12 months. And it's once a month on high performance coaching, clarity, energy, courage, and the 12. So each month you have one of the 12 sessions. Then we do once a month where we work on your content. And then if you're the type of person I want to partner with you, then it's kind of like a Shark Tank thing, to where I want to invest in you because you have the potential, but don't have the roadmap. I can give you the roadmap, because what we do is simply combine high performance habits, clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. Combine that with Daniel Priestley's 7-11-4, and the 11 is buying signals, and the 4 is 4 different platforms. That's when you transform into know, like, and trust. You have to do that online, but we build the foundation on high performance habits. Habits. Let me see where I'm time. Okay, I'm trying to keep this at 30. Okay, habits is your foundation. Then we're going to build stories on your skyscraper. Those are your skills. You have to have skills. You have to be competent in what you're doing. So if you're going to build your skyscraper, think of high performance habits as your foundation. Build the foundation solid, and then the stories can go up. It could be public speaking. Every month, the fourth Saturday, we host a live event. Why? We want you to learn how to speak on a platform. It's the second biggest fear to die in. So you got to overcome that fear. You want to connect with other speakers. You want to learn from other speakers. And if you do that, you're going to have more influence. We record it, we stream it, we create content from that, because we know that the amount of times you're speaking from a platform, you get better. It's reps. That's why I've done 400 plus podcasts, so I could get better. I could learn how to talk again. And I did. I had a small digital marketing business. When I went out with a stroke, my business tanked, because it was all about me. I didn't have any systems. I didn't have any processes. I just had 5 part-time people. And when I went out stroke, they just went their merry way, because I didn't have anything going on. Now, my partner, Jeff, thank you, he helped me, and he encouraged me to get into podcasting, because at the time I was a golfer. Not now, but I was. And I did golf podcasting, then I did senior living podcasting, then I do now create many niche podcasts. We have a podcast academy where we teach you to be a podcaster. Because if you learn podcasting, you get closer to being the kind of person you can be, the influential person, because you have that ability online to amplify. And if you can leverage your podcast, which everybody does, but not everybody knows how to do it, then you can grow your influence. So with high performance habits, clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence, we're working with you on those. We're working on you, making sure you're clear. When you're clear about where you're going, those distractions don't take you off course. So I work on 3 projects all the time. 3, just 3. 5 moves, 3 projects. 5 moves, 3 projects. So now I'm going to wind down. Okay. Here's where I'm going to give you a gift. Okay. All right. Now go to pkane.me/connect. Okay. You can see a little bit about what we do there. But go to the course, 12 modules, the High Performance Habits Mastery course. Click on it. You can either pay the $300 if you want to invest that in yourself, or if you want to invest time, I'll give you a code, gift. Put that in there or waive the $300 fee. Then start your journey of growth. Start your journey of influence, of clarity, of energy, courage, and productivity. Start. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. This is your first step. Either invest $300 or use the code GIFT and it'll waive it. And then get started. When you get to the 7th session, let me put this up here. When you get to the 7th session, it's going to activate an email. It's going to invite you to join a thriving community. 10 people that are wanting to be key persons of influence and build their business a strategic way for the future. 5 of our wonderful veterans and 5 of our future leaders. So together you're better. You have a thriving community you go through once a week where you're with 20 people and you build up together. You support each other. You're a thriving community where you can encourage, challenge, and I will live coach, or a certified high performance coach will live coach you through 12 weeks with 20 people. You'll get a better understanding of a patriot like our veterans. You'll get a better understanding from your youth if you're an older person like myself. And we get to learn from our youth who are savvy as can be, but can learn from wisdom of time. We all have lessons we learn in life. Some more than others, but we can learn and we can share this with our youth. So together we're better. 20 people, 12 weeks, transformation. Okay, so connect, either invest in $300 and join and be a part of the course, or use the word gift, and it's my gift to you. So, let me see if I have anything else. That is about it. Okay. So schedule a strategy session if you really want to roll up your sleeves and get some clarity on your future, because the future is bright. Invest in yourself. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. Invest in you for a brighter future. Thank you so much. Be bold.